Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Scrappin' Irish Sunday night scrap chat. So I'm going to give it a second to allow a few people to come in. I have got a head cold, so I'm sorry if my voice is not clear tonight. I blame Ian Matthews for this head cold, actually, and I'll tell you why later. Why I'm blaming Ian Matthews for this one. But so yeah, on your way in, guys, if you don't mind, please do hit the like. I would appreciate it. I think Shark Scrapper is still going live, and he's teed me up nicely for my little bit. What I'm going to talk about in a few minutes is plastic, and I'll just give it a few more minutes to allow a few more people to come over. While I'm waiting, I'll get a Coke. Hey, e-waste Mike. Shark can't shut up. Yeah. I'm not sure if there's a bit of lag on my camera as well at the moment. Let me check it on the YouTube side. Because I'm just getting a little bit of lag there. Hopefully that will have sorted it out. Yeah, it has, because instant now again. Yeah, so Shark cannot shut up. Just reading. Mr. Mike is here already. Mike, welcome up already.
I'm going to feed Shark.
Shark just won't shut up. Is that what you're saying?
You
careful. You might catch the cold
listening.
off me. So you might catch the cold off me. I'm just waiting until I see a few more people come in, and then we'll get going. Hey, Raphael Scrapper, Desert Scrapper, Silver Scorpion, Simon. Right, they're all coming in. So obviously Shark has shut his mouth, and we are live. So welcome in, guys. First off, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. As you can hear, I have a cold, and so you just have to bear with me on that one. Nothing I can do about it. Electronic Scrapper, welcome in. Here's the man I'm blaming for my cold. And the reason I'm blaming...
Hey! Hang on. Let me make sure we're not getting feedback. Can you... Is that right?
Yeah, everything's right.
Well,
Perfect.
hello.
Right.
Ian, oh, my God. It's my hero.
Ian, I have a cold, and I'm blaming you for it. Do you know why?
Well, you shouldn't drink out of wet glasses.
No. Right. I watched your video today, and you sneezed. And now I have a cold.
Sneezed? Yes. I nearly blew my brains out my ass.
Yeah. So I'm blaming you now. I have a cold because of it. And that's all your fault.
Oh my God. Have you seen this calculator? Look at all them buttons on it. It's like sines and cosines and all sorts. And all I'm trying to do is multiply 8 by 4.6.
Why are you multiplying 8 by 4.16?
Well, I'm doing a load of math.
Oh. So you're trying to work out how much money you're going to make out of something.
Well, yes, I'm trying to work out. Hello, Shark. Trying to prove it's not worth doing what I'm doing.
Ian, you need the Geek Shark to help you with that?
No, I don't. It's
wannabe scrappers in. I put the link up earlier, and I pinned the link, and I put before that I put Shark. Don't forget Shark Scrappers live tonight, and wannabe scrapper clicked on the link thinking it was going to bring him to the Shark Scrapper live. Instead, that he came up here and all he got to do was look at me on StreamYard, just all by myself while I was watching Shark.
Poor guy.
So that's the poor guy. Such a shock to him just appear up there on the screen, you know. Not expecting that.
You've got a keen eye there, Jason.
Yes. The old Aldi basket that he stole.
No,
Aldi are looking for his back.
The logo top of my head.
Oh yeah, the logo.
The old Scrapping Irish logo. You didn't miss that. I thought that. A viral video, at least I can do is show something. You know.
Oh, you're something else. But I have a question for you, Mr. Matthews, because I was going to talk a bit about plastic tonight and the amount of plastic we do have as recyclers. Do you live near Preston? You're not far from Preston.
Not far at all, but 12 mile.
Well, Mr. Matthews, I have found a company in Preston that will buy your plastic. How about that for you?
Freaking awesome.
Well, it is, but you know, as a metal artist, I don't actually get a lot of plastic.
But we say when you take apart a vacuum cleaner, what do you do with your plastic?
I throw it in my plastic recycling bin.
Would it not be better to get it? Well, see, this is where I'm going to come into. You're going to have somewhere to store a lot of it first, because they won't buy one piece of plastic.
My wife nearly ripped me bollocks off on Friday.
And I don't blame her. She should have.
She said, I said, I've got this. I come home. I said, I've got a phone call. I've got to go out. Went out, come back. I said, hiya, love. I said, I'm going back again. I'll see you in a bit. But this time I'm going straight to the scrapyard, so I'll be a bit later. I come home, she went, I nearly had a bleeding heart attack when I looked outside back door. I said, it's good job I didn't bring second load home then, innit?
Matthews, also, if I were them guys in the scrapyard, you were coming in at 10 to 6 and they're about to finish up, I would shove you into a crushing machine and have done with you.
I apologised. The day before I weighed in, I took them all a tray of donuts. So they were a little bit mellow. You know, so that's a reason. If you take them goodies now and again, they're kind of like defer those infractions.
But no, plastic. Come back to the plastic.
Back to the plastic.
Back to the plastic. 12 miles away from you is a company that'll buy it off you. Why would you not try and find somewhere to store it and collect it up?
I've got plenty of secret stashing place to store it. It's like there's a guy contacted me via Messenger and says, old window frames, plastic window frames. He buys them. He's down south. He says, is there any up there?
Sorry about that.
Every skip round here. You can't get rid of the stuff. Who's that? Who's that old guy?
Who's that old timer? Oh, it's you, Ian.
Hey! Hello,
hey, Shark.
Yes, sir.
I have a complaint.
Oh, God. Is this going to be the color of my tools again?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, if you recall, I told you to buy that Stripmeister, and now you're the associate.
When you mention your colour of your tool.
Yep.
Stop it, Ian.
What's wrong with green?
Green is the old Hitachi, is it?
That in, but it is indeed.
Yeah, and they're now called what? What is the new name on that company?
I've not got a clue.
What about blue? What about blue then? Also has some red.
Oh, that's not a Makita, is it?
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
Oh, you've just upset Shark and putting up a Makita in front of him.
Yeah.
This was free. I found it in the scrap.
Oh, well, in that case, okay.
This part was not free, unfortunately.
Okay, boys.
What
I have here, this is
I'm reading the comment, but
first cordless drill ever.
Green?
First cordless drill ever.
Blue?
The Makita 7.2 volt. This is what started it all, right here.
That's an old one.
That's an oldie, man. This was, like I say, Makita was the first one to come out with these tools, but they didn't keep up with the market, and that's where they sidestep. But yeah, that's probably, I think I bought this 1982, something like that.
That makes sense. I bought a small Makita saw in 1982 when I was doing a bunch of drywall and stuff in a house that I was in. And it was a great size for trimming the board, the trim, and that kind of stuff. So. Man, I used to have a plastic buyer here, Irish, and the guy would only take ABS, so I had to separate all the other plastic, and he was pretty good with me. He said, "Look, normally I need Gaylord quantities, but I'll work with you. You're just getting started." And then he went out of business. So I'm trying to find somebody that'll buy my plastic because I really hate the fact that all my plastic is just going in the dumpster.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be a better way.
That company that I was going to recommend to Ian, they take ABS, they take HDPE, they take LDPE, they take MDPE, they take PC, they take, I'm just reading what they're saying here on the thing, they take PVC, they take but the minimum is 1 ton.
Oh, so, that's a lot.
1 ton. Well, that's not bad.
1 ton?
It takes a bit of stacking.
That's
1 ton.
a lot.
I thought you said 1 tub.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cold is interfering with my speech even worse than normal for an Irish person.
I'm trying to visualize what a ton of plastic would look like. That's be
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a lot. It's like a shed full.
Yeah, how big of a shed though?
So, it's like a secret location.
Yeah, Ian, regular shed or secret shed?
Oh, secret shed.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Scrapping Irish, you have been called out at least 3 times on my videos.
Yeah, well, as you can see, I got to today's video, but I've been suffering all week with a cold, so I haven't watched anyone's videos all week, to be honest with you. So I'll have to go back and start watching this week's videos as well.
I have a comment on today's video. I know it's a long video. I know people can't spend that.
Which video now? The one I watched today, or the one that's coming out?
The 41-minute one.
I watched that today.
You're right.
It came out like 6 hours ago.
I'm sorry. So anyway, in one of those comments, somebody says, "Don't cut the ends off your Ethernet cable."
Oh, I didn't leave a comment in it.
He says, "Very easy to take apart, save the gold pins." And he said, "I'll be waiting nearly 4.5 years for a guy to show me." as Pooh's mate,
I constantly. I heard you calling me out at the start of the video first, so I did. I heard, and that way I said the video's coming. Isn't that my comment?
Oh, so what a phone call! I'm all set here, taking all my fire extinguishers in, all my aluminium in, one phone call in, which I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. At the end, talked to the guy afterwards. I said, "Thank you very much. There's a little treat in here for you." And he went, "Yeah, we phoned our scrapyard and he wouldn't take it." So, what are you saying? I'm second best. Give all shit to Ian.
Number 2.
I know a guy who'll take it. He'll take anything.
And why didn't their scrapyard take it?
Because it's very low grade stuff. I panicked a little. My little sphincter were going like that. When I got to the yard at 10 minutes before closing, I said, "Oh, look at all this," and I showed him a sample, and he went, "Oh." And Scouse Jed, Scouse Jed, you see him.
Yes,
he's like, "Well, just to skip back a bit, I knew there was too much for my car. I phoned him up. I said, 'Is your truck empty? I'll go halves with you.' He said, 'Unfortunately, my truck's absolutely full. But, I'm going and weighing in, and if you want, I'd only sent him a photograph of it. We didn't know what I had. So to cut a long story short, I got at the yard. I showed him. I said, 'This is what I've got.' And even his face went,
yeah.
He went, 'Oh.' He says, 'They might not take it here.' He says, push them for low grade. And if not, they might just give you irony.' And I'm thinking, oh shit, I've just done all that. I'm going to get 20 pence a kilogram if they take it. So I had a word with the guys. Now, fortunately for it was quite mixed with Ethernet cable and this low grade stuff. So in the end, I was more than happy with what they paid. I was more than happy they took it, because my car, it was like, I don't want to bring this conversation really down. But, you know, when you've got a pair of knickers, a pair of underpants on and your spiders are sticking out. That was like my car window, my car doors. There were bits of cable sticking out underneath the car doors, out the top of the windows. I like, open the door, shut it. I crammed it in. And I thought, oh, please take it. Please.
I need to go and wash my eyeballs out now.
Yeah.
The thought in my head.
I'm like, I'm frantically begging, please take it. Please take it.
So what did they end up giving you for it?
They give me, because it was mixed, right? So that stuff would normally fetch £1,100 a ton, £1.10 a kilogram. As household, 2,250 a ton. They split it in between. They give me 1,500 a ton.
That's not too bad. That was okay.
I'm so glad my
okay.
yard doesn't make any difference with cable. I get close to €4 a kilogram always, no matter what it is. Wire, ribbon wire, whatever, Ethernet cable. I just toss it in one. I even put in some of the wire that is stripped. Just put the sheathing in there, some of it, and they just take it all.
Yeah, well,
before everyone shut up for a second, because I have to say hi. I haven't said hi to anyone that came in so far. So,
Yeah.
JCT, Raphael, Optimus Prime, Simon, See You Scrapping, Wannabe Scrapper, Shark Scrapper, Bush Dog, JR Cats, whatever you want to say it. JCT, Optimus Prime. Keith is over on Facebook. Earl, Planet of Junk. Let me see, did I miss Canadian Scrapper? Anyone else did I miss there? Let me go through. There's someone else down further. I've seen Simon. Who's mate? Of course, because Ian is there. The two of them are ganging up on me. Simon, Paul just came in, and I think if I missed anyone, put your name back in the chat and I'll say hi. So now carry on.
So Ian, before you get going again, so that Scouse Jed there, he's a full-time scrapper, obviously.
He is. That's his job. He also he's built up a round off many a year, so he's got a lot of garages he goes round to. But he also does like landscaping, etc. Yeah, he's a grand guy.
Yeah, seems like a pretty cool guy.
Well, I've noticed a lot of guys that are into scrapping will do like landscaping and stuff like that, because they'll always pick up stuff of people's gardens as well that people want to get rid of. Like there might be some garden furniture, or they might say, "Oh, my shed there, the husband kicked the bucket, and there's a shed, and there's a secret location." Stuff like that, you know, that needs clearing out.
Well, I'm just waiting for someone to watch my video and go, buy those. I'll buy those 3 1-ton bags off you.
I told you what to do with them. Hey, I was looking there. The crowd in Manchester buy that e-waste. I told you that already. And Manchester's only what, 15 minutes from you?
Yeah, I just need to fill that 3rd 1-ton bag. We're only halfway.
Yeah. First it was, I'll fit a 1-ton bag. Then it was, I'll fit a 2-ton bag. Now it's 3. When he gets the 3rd one finished, it'll be, when I get to 4. It's just like you have this order. You have to keep collecting.
I think the 4th will just take it to the ceiling, and then that's it. You know what I mean?
Hi, Scott Carlson.
Yeah, hi, Scott.
But what a weekend for me. Oh, it was all planned out what I was going to do, create space, do this, and then one phone call, here, come and shift all this shit.
Yeah. And it just... that's the life of a part-time scrapper anyhow, because it takes us longer to clear stuff out.
Yeah, when opportunity knocks, you got.
And when opportunity knocks, we don't turn it down, because we just it's the thrill of what will be in there. What will I find that's in this that I haven't found before? So that's what I love about it.
I mean,
where the full-time scrappers are just constantly doing it, so they're constantly moving stuff. Like Shark there, the stuff is not sitting for too long. The lower grade stuff, it's going in, it's getting out, it's moved along. Where we might have, I might have a big printer there that I have to take apart. It's sitting there for maybe a month and a half now, just taking up space. But if I was a full-time scrapper, that would have gone straight to shred. It wouldn't have even been brought in to be taken apart. You know.
Well, but you've also got, think about it too. You've got, that the issue is that you're busy doing something, and then you get this phone call. It's like, oh yeah, okay, all right, I'll come get that. You know, Mike was dealing with that inventory that he did, where, you know, he gets a call to do this inventory. He doesn't want to turn down the client because, you know, he wants to keep the relationship good. And then he ends up with boxes and boxes that he's, you know, cardboard boxes he's got to deal with, you know, plus all the other stuff that he's got to scrap out, which is fine because that's fun. But yeah, just because you're a full-time scrapper doesn't make it any different. I mean, you know, it's still got to be dealt with.
Yeah, but that's your job. Like, see, when you're a part-time scrapper, like myself and Ian, we're working for the man. So the man tells us we have to be at work at a certain time, and we can't finish till a certain time. So that means we have to do our scrapping in the less hours of the day. So that's where it becomes.
Yeah, what I like is, and not many people commented on it, is I swept the place clean after I finished, and it's like, you know, I'm open.
You'll be invited back then.
That little thing is like,
yep.
Who that guy came in? Well, he swept up. You know, it's like it's notable. They didn't see a mess.
No, but Shark does that all the time. When I notice on his street scraps, if there's a bit of a mess, he's picking stuff up and putting it in the boxes. Where
leave it better than you found it.
No
That's
mess
what
left
Thube says. Leave it better than you found it.
And then you see other street scrappers, and they just rip stuff out and they just throw it everywhere.
Oh, they just get there. They cut the cord off the Hoover. Then they just throw the plastic to one side and they just leave it. Yeah, shocking those type of scrappers.
Hey, if I leave a heater where I found it and all I do is cut the cord off, I've made it that much cleaner.
Right. The last time I did a vacuum cleaner. Now, we don't have your problems over in those humid, nasty living countries where things want to kill you, right? I opened this, honestly, and I thought, oh my God, I know why people do not take Hoover bodies. It were nasty. And I thought, this is one of the things where I should have just cut the cord off and left it. But you don't know until you get it home.
And then you had all that plastic to get rid of as well.
No, that's no problem. I just stick it in my bin or my neighbour's bin.
Hey, Ian, you must remember these as a kid.
Make him bigger.
I am.
What's that?
Oh, ice tongs.
Ice tongs, yep. That's before you had a refrigerator, you had these.
Oh, you're that old?
Yeah. Yeah, they were just coming out as I was a teenager. They were off.
We never had a need for ice in the UK.
Yeah, we definitely don't need ice in Ireland either. Why does so much wire shelving get thrown out by people? Oh, with Sharky. There's one for you.
It's interesting because as I look at the hardware stores, there's plenty of wire shelving being sold as well. So when they build that, a lot of the houses around here, they put the wire shelving in because it's relatively inexpensive. And then I guess people say, oh, I don't want this wire shelving. I want some other kind of shelving. And so they get rid of it in order to get something else. I don't know why, but you know what? I'm glad they do.
Listen, if I bought a house costing $185,000, walked in and saw some wire basket shelving, I'd rip it out and I'd shove it up the builder's arse. I'd say, have you seen what I've paid for this house? And you put some wire basket shelving in? No.
I see their Foosmate like put about the plastic, about getting the petrol and diesel and stuff like that from plastic. I seen a guy on YouTube, I can't remember his name, he was doing a video of that. He was doing a set of videos, but I don't think he ever finished it.
What's pyrolysis?
He got it up to a certain stage. He was getting a small bit, but he was still getting too much fumes coming off. It wasn't burning properly. But I must check into that again and see did he ever get it up and running.
What is the process though?
To truly pyrolysize something is very, very challenging. It takes some effort to do that properly. But
he done a great setup. He did everything. I'd say he was from an engineering background because he had the proper pressure, and he was getting the proper pressure in, and he was getting everything in, but he still wasn't coming even with his qualification. So any backyard scrapper trying to do that, I don't think it would be advisable.
Yeah, but it wouldn't stop them though.
No,
I would say that any backyard engineer who managed to do pyrolysis on a economic scale would be bought out by the big oil companies and shut down right away.
Yeah. But burning without oxygen, so it breaks down. Well, that's what he was doing. He was getting all the oxygen out, and he was putting it under pressure, so the oxygen couldn't be in there. And he was doing all that, and his plan was to fuel his cars and or heat his house off it. That's what he was going to do. He was trying to get so that he could heat his house off it, but it never. He didn't do a video for a year or two, so I don't know. I'll have to go back and check and see has he done any more since. Hey Dan, welcome.
Hey Dan.
You know, Scrapping Irish back in the Second World War, you know, when petrol was rationed, people made cars to run off wood gas.
Wood gas,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a big step forward. I think the science is just suppressed. If they wanted to, they could.
Yeah, well, electric is where everyone is pushing, so we're all being pushed for electric. Now, hydrogen is still there. Toyota are working on the hydrogen car, so that's another option still.
Well,
Yeah.
electric cars first came out in the 30s.
Yep.
So, it's once again we're going back, but of course the battery technology is much more advanced now. So
Actually, they came out before.
I think they were even earlier than that, weren't they? Sharp?
Yeah, they're in the-
Edison batteries?
1918, something like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah,
this was the 30s is back when it was more like when you had the commercially mass-produced availability of the.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's also the whole conspiracy side of it. You Google it on YouTube, electric cars, and a certain company, I'm going to say Ford, ran a whole series of electric cars for a government department. They all loved it. It worked. It was perfect. The costs were minimal, and then they brought all the cars back in and just.
Oh, very nice, Mike. Very nice.
But just Google it. Was that gold? Throwing it.
Oh.
That's gold.
Just throwing it in shred. Right? Throwing it in shred.
Do not throw it. But it's the battery technology. Once they get the batteries to such a stage that you don't need a big load of batteries in your car, so it's not costing a fortune on battery packs. That's when
whilst you're here, and you're going to have to make me bigger because I won't leave, I promise.
Now your wife's job to make you bigger.
Right. We're reaching many people around the world at the moment, and some speak many different languages, read many different languages. Unlike me, a thick northern git who only knows per English. So it's just, how do you say that?
Oh yeah.
Picky.
No, but it's got a little squiggle under the C.
That's Tuborg, isn't it? The brand.
Tuborg might be the brewer. How do you pronounce that? I said feces, but I mean that's something different.
Yeah, where's Tuborg though? They're in Denmark or something like that.
That's where you need Raphael to tell us if it's Denmark.
Come on, Raphael. Oh God, he's asleep. Tap his earbuds.
Wake him up.
How do you pronounce that? C with a little squiggle underneath.
These squiggles here.
As a sheesh or something.
Yeah, maybe.
We used to deal with a company that spelled their name S-I-H-I. How do you pronounce that?
Say that again.
S-I-H-I.
See.
It's actually C-he. The I's are pronounced as E's. So that one's probably the same way, feces, like the wannabe scrapper said.
You can't say feces. That's like shit.
Yeah.
No.
That's a shitty name.
Group, he said. So tell us how it's pronounced.
SIHI was Sea. It was a company I think out of Korea or Japan.
Anyway, it was nice.
It was good.
Yeah,
You liked
you
Yeah, he's
enjoy
good.
it.
He's good. He's good.
I'm not a big fan of it over hoppy beers. So you said it was very hoppy.
No, that was the other one. This is
That was the other one. That was the red one. Yeah.
This is the 100% malt one. A bit like Tamavullin. That's 100% malt. Oh my baby.
Man, back when I was drinking beer, I used to love a hoppy beer. India Pale Ale, my favorite types of beers. The hoppier, the better, man. I would, when I was brewing beer, I would sit there and chew on a hop flower.
I've brewed really hops. Really
Hey,
hops.
that explains
I've
why-
actually brought hops home, put them in the pressure cooker. My mum went mad. It stunk the house out. But it made a very nice beer.
Yeah, that red ale was a little disappointing though, because
Hey, Kevin Sturgis, welcome in.
farthest
You know
from
who I missed as
red.
well was Kevin
It weren't
Brown.
very red, was it?
Ralph,
think that-
drink more Coke. Drink
I think
more
that was a
Coke.
pale ale in disguise.
I don't drink any beer, so I'm
Right.
on the sweet stuff.
Wannabe Scrapper says that sea that looks like it's having a shit is a Sidil. Oh,
Sidil.
oh, you learn all sorts on these scrapping channels.
Yeah,
don't
that's
you?
There you
right.
go.
But how does a Sidil affect the pronunciation
A Sidil.
of a C or a curlica?
Well, now we got to find out.
Excuse me.
Curlica. Bloody hell, I've not heard curlica since I was like 5. Did you guys learn that? Curlica and kickinka?
Nope.
No.
How did they teach you English over
Ah,
there in foreign
well.
lands?
All right, so I looked it up, and it says that it's written under the letter C in French, Portuguese, and some other languages to show that you pronounce it like the letter S rather than like a K. So you would pronounce that like an S. So that was F-I-S-I.
SI.
So DC.
That's what I said in first place.
Yeah, you had it right at the beginning.
Feces.
There's no
Or
it's just PC.
or is it like an S as in
All right, okay, a singular shit.
Yeah.
so
Not a plural.
Either way, it just doesn't come out sound right.
Sorry, I'm
Scrapper learned that from his French classes.
I'm sorry, Scrapping Irish. Apologise to all your viewers. I'm just bringing the tone down to my level. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's just you do that. You see, it's just your natural gutter instinct.
Well, I was brought up in it. I was dragged up. You know what I mean?
You were in
I'm
drag,
sorry to hear about your friend's father dying. Poor man.
Yeah.
Aye, Albert. He's here actually, Albert.
Albert, yeah.
I can't actually tell you.
Albert was the original scrapyard man.
Yeah, he original scrapyard man. He worked. He was a farm labourer. He earned some extra money by going on a horse and cart, scrapman. When the guy was retiring, he bought his business and set up his own scrapyard business. He really one of the old time guys.
So is that yard still in existence, Ian?
No. It's a sad tale all the way around, unfortunately. His son took over, my mate Steve. Steve was the best man at my wedding. We're best mates. He had a son called Stephen, who he was bringing up to run the business. Alas, Stephen was let down by NHS, National Health Service. He kept having really bad headaches. They put it down as migraine. It turned out to be a brain tumour and he died.
Oh, wow.
Dear.
No, that's unfortunate.
And he was only 23.
Unreal.
He was quite young.
Damn.
It was very sudden. And he felt very bitter against the NHS service, just saying, "Oh, you've got an headache. Here, take some migraine tablets." Stephen, my mate, he kind of lost interest in the scrap business. Not only that, but being a scrap business, and he was doing skips as well. He moved from a scrapyard into doing skips, dumpsters. And Pooh's mate will back me up on this. The legislation that came in became massive. It was like rule after rule after rule about taking in materials, how to separate them. It became unworkable for a small company. So in the end, he sold the company, and that was a whole tale again, because the guy who bought it ripped him off and never paid him for it, and run up a whole big debt, and that's another tale.
Yikes.
Jeez.
So,
Yeah.
it was an eventful thing for him, huh? Poor man.
Yeah,
That was
but
terrible.
I used to talk to Albert, and I said, "Yeah, what do you think about that?" And he went, "Well,
Hey, Tim.
look, for the last 50 years,
hey, Timmy,
it's given a living to 5 different families. You know," he said, "the only problem is I couldn't sleep so well in bed because of the £50 notes in the middle."
So he had a bed like your bed, I'd say. Yours is full of.
Certainly had.
Your one
You
is
know,
comfortable.
it's like-
too, I'd say.
You never see a poor farmer, you never see a poor scrapman.
You know, my
But,
dad was grew up on a dairy farm in Wisconsin during the Depression, and he said that they never even knew there was a depression going on because they always had food, they always had milk, cheese, you know, they had chickens, right? You'd slaughter a cow when it died, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, self-sufficient.
And you know, and you could take a dozen eggs down to the gas station and trade it for a gallon of gas with a tractor.
Hey, if you
You
took a
know?
dozen eggs down in America to the gas station now, you could probably buy the gas station.
Yeah.
Well, you're right there, Shark. In my wife tells me about her mother. She was friendly with a poacher. He's part of the family, and he used to bring rabbits home every week, give them rabbits. She said, without that, you know, there was no meat anywhere. A different life altogether. How would we cope? You know?
Yeah, it's funny.
Your wife's mother, was that in Ireland, or was your wife's grandmother was from
she
Ireland?
came from Ireland because she was an O'Neill. She came from Cork.
Yeah.
She actually, this is how far we're going back in time. She signed
Gonna
up.
go back in time.
She signed up for service with the family. You know, as a maid in a big house.
Yes.
You know, you had to do like something like 7 years indenture. You know?
Yeah. Working for the lords.
Yeah.
Lords and ladies.
Working for the man.
Well,
See,
that
I
was.
think-
I believe it was a doctor. I believe it was a doctor who ran a big house. You know, but she's actually signed up in service.
So it's like it's come full circle, really, because she worked for Lords, and now Lord Ian Matthews
Yeah.
is here. Like, you know.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
full circle.
Listen, I work for my missus, believe me.
So, like, her daughter is still working for the Lord, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Like a full circle.
Ian,
But,
we are indentured to the scrap gods. We are indentured servants to the scrap gods.
Well, yeah, that's it.
How many of you can remember the time when the light bulb went off and thought, actually, I can make money from this? I mean, if you humour me, I'll tell you mine. I used to work at the scrapyard, working for the man. You know, shilling a pound, tenner a pound, whatever. One day I went walking around the fields and I found some iron. I took it back in. See, I found this. Well, I was used to working for a wage. a small wage, but good enough. Way better than being a paperboy, But I brought this something in, and it was something I could carry as like a 14-year-old. I brought it down. Now I would work a whole day and get £2 Saturday. 8 o'clock until 2 o'clock. I'd earn £2. I brought this in, and he give me £3 for it. I'm like, what?
Uh-oh.
I'm like, what? You've given me more than I'd spend all day working for this. He's like, well, that's what it's worth. And I went out over those fields day after day. We weren't nailed down at the railway lines. I used to. I derailed so many railways.
Yeah, as it wasn't nailed down, it was taken. All the neighbours and all the
when that light bulb went off and went, hang on, what people throw away is worth more than I can earn. My God, my life changed.
Hey, Irish, the difference is now we know why Ian loves hammers so much. Because it didn't matter if it was nailed down. He
was there to unnail it.
Oh. The first tool. Well, no, the first tool I bought with my earnings, and then the second tool I bought. So my first tool I bought was a pair of mold grips. It was phenomenal. Then the second tool I bought was a pair of Gilbo's wire cutters. They more than paid for themselves.
Well, I'm terrible. If I see tools, someone disappeared. Who disappeared?
Ralph. Nope, he's here.
Shark.
No,
not Shark.
I'm still here.
Oh, he was Mike.
Hey, hello, Raphael.
Oh, Mike disappeared. Yeah.
Hey, Raphael.
Yeah, hello, Raphael.
Give me 5 minutes already. Come on.
Hey.
But what I've noticed lately, I've been doing, especially over the winter when it's a bit quieter. If I go into Aldi or Limerick and I see tools, I have to buy them. I go, I'm going to use that screwdriver set at some stage. I need that. I bought a screwdriver set today because it had them little torque screws with a little hole in the center for the security screws. You had an issue with them a while back, Ian. I said, Aldi have them. I bought them.
And now I look and I got this set and I think, oh shit, I can't get down there. I get my hammer with chisel end and I bash it and it breaks apart. And I think I didn't need to buy one of them.
Actually, Ian, this is one thing I learned off you. I never thought about these brass shells in the sockets.
Hold on out. Should I make it bigger? There you go.
Oh,
so those shells are brass inside there. Where the lamp screws in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Be careful that there's a steel ring on the inside on some of them.
Yeah, not here. They're all 100% brass. So that was an early Ian Matthews video. I discovered that.
So, are you? Well, I know Watchcall mentioned Shark about people keeping their copper. Is anyone keeping their brass? Because brass has gone up as well because of copper going up. Brass naturally goes up.
Weight it all in. Go.
I'm keeping my brass and my copper because I've not done processing all of it. So
I can't think of her name.
When it's all processed, I'm taking it
brass
in.
and copper too. For now.
I've never seen brass that high, and I went, I'm taking it in.
Hey, you took all yours in, Ian, but if copper goes to $100 a pound and we're all spotting Rolex watches, how are you going to feel?
Hey, don't talk about Rolex watches.
Bring up the Rolex, didn't you?
Don't mention Rolex watches and Ian Matthews.
I've got a bin round here with more copper in.
I'm back in a minute, Irish.
I don't know where
the copper and brass I'm
Rolex
gonna take in is gonna pay for my PlayStation VR 2.
I'm hoping you've got that gold Rolex like just there,
I have it somewhere here nearby me. I'm just trying to figure out where it is.
You realise I paid £10.50 for that off.
Paid? You didn't pay nothing. You robbed it off some.
You got it out of one of those plastic balls from the grabby machine.
Yeah, that's where he got it up.
No, listen, there's a whole video,
I'll keep my brass for you.
Okay. Go.
And to be honest, Ian is not the one who put the coin in that machine. Someone just put the coin, fish it out, look at this thing here, and then throw it out. Then Ian found it.
No, listen, That could be real. I don't know. If you look
Shut
back,
up. If that was real, I would not have got it in a million years off you.
I've no idea. You go back, look at my early videos, looking for treasure in the shed. Season 1, episode 1 to 13. Season 2, episode 1 to 13. Season 3, episode 1 to 13. In one of those, it went finally found treasure. And the whole box, I pulled out this Rolex. Now, I don't know whether it's real or not. So I give it Scrapping Irish.
He traded it for a bottle of whiskey.
Well,
that's a good
actually,
deal.
You made a good profit there then.
Actually, I know that my son, when he came back from Afghanistan, they were all going to Las Vegas. Okay, about 12 army lads. So they all bought a Rolex from China. And I know that came from China. So I'm like 80% certain it's real.
I'd say if I dropped it in some nitric acid, I would get a nice blue-colored liquid afterwards.
Yeah, but they look good walking down the street with a Rolex on, didn't
Yeah,
they?
nobody can tell from 10 feet away.
Oh, God. Another tale about that. So 12 army lads just come back from Afghanistan. And they all decide they're going to Las Vegas. So they straight off and they go. One lad decided to take all his kit, not in a suitcase, but in his old all that he'd been using throughout Afghanistan. So he gets to America, comes off, goes through, and all the alarms go off because of explosives. You know, they can smell. The detector smells C4. You know, so they pull him in, and they're like, "You've got explosives."
Hey, Terry.
And he went, "No, it's just my bag. I've just come from work."
And Mr. G.
Mr. G.
Yeah, so they hauled him in and interviewed him.
They certainly did. They hauled them all in. They hauled them all in. But after that, they kind of got the red carpet treatment because Americans are good like that, aren't they?
Well, if they know you served in the army and you've been out in Afghanistan and places like that, more than likely that guy that was doing the thing was ex-army anyhow, and he probably served in Iraq or something, you know. So
they really treated him well after that, and you know, they got on well. But it was just funny at the time when the dog went mad at his bag, and they pulled him off, and they pulled them all off.
What is it whenever you go to an airport? I don't know if it's just me. Even though I know I have nothing in my bags that I shouldn't have in there, if I see the dog coming, I panic. I just go like, "Oh God! If he stops, what's in the bag?" And I'm here. I've nothing in the bag. I packed it myself. What's wrong with me? I just go into a panic. That's pouring down out of me.
Yeah, it's never good when the dog wants to come and sit beside you.
Yeah.
They always say to me, "Did you pack your own bags?" I said, "Nope."
Well, they're going to definitely search it then.
And they go, "What?" I said, "Nope, she did. She packed everything. When I get there, I have to work whatever she's put in them bags." You know, and they just go, "Yeah, I know."
It's the same feeling like certainly police cars driving in front of behind.
They got their shark pierogies or something. No, dog biscuits.
Oh, woof, 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 woof.
She loves wheat thins. Wheat thins.
Is my mic working or not?
Yeah, your mic is working. Hold on, I'll turn you up a bit. Maybe it's too low. Give me a second.
Oh, hang on. What's Mike doing?
Hold on, let's see what's. Oh, he's taking apart a hard drive, and Mike is. What's Mike doing?
He's doing one for me, two for them. One for me.
Oh, he's separating the tops from the bottom of the DGAs.
Yes.
You know, and I think I have some shit jobs.
I think y'all need to mind your own fucking business. Love you, Ian.
Hey.
Do you know, for you guys today,
You too, Rob.
not just for you guys, for no one else, I've spent ages stripping wire to prove that it's not worth doing.
But what do you mean to prove it's not worth doing? If
So who are you gonna prove it,
what else
Ian?
would you be doing? What else would you have been doing this evening? Watching some crap on TV?
I would be making space.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, we're not
Well,
falling
Ian-
for that one, Ian.
Ian,
I'm stripping little bits of wire.
oh, sorry, wrong person. There we go. Shows again.
I'm stripping little bits of wire. This is flexible, but it's quite thick. So this comes out. But I even take off the little brassy bits on the end. I snip the in there and then twist them a bit and then pull them out. So I have a clean brassy bit and the copper stays in there. And then I separate that as even. I got a whole bundle of this stuff.
I'm sorry.
These short bits.
I
For
have
me, it's
to
worth it.
totally-
I'm here talking to you anyway.
Listen, I have to totally disagree with Ralph. When you say little bits of wire, this is what I call.
Hold on.
This is what I call little bits of wire.
Yeah, those are really thin. I don't do those. No.
No, but I do.
Oh, okay. That's even worse.
And
You do it instead of making space.
no, and don't let me stay here. I've been sent a new toy.
And I bet I know the one you've been sent because I think I have that. I knew that's what you had in there. And I said, I bet Ian has that. And I've one of them here somewhere too. And I can't find it. I can't put my hand on it now. But I have one of them as well.
So come on, Irish, before we're gonna watch like 40 minutes review video from Ian, tell us, is it good or not?
So let's just say I bought the automatic one.
What do you mean you bought?
Yeah, I'm not like you. I don't have yourself and Shark get your subscribers sending you stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Package.
you got to expand your fan
No,
base there.
I want to say something about you were saying about making space behind you. How about you start with bringing back the stuff you stole from Aldi?
So anyway, listen. Yeah, it works. By the way, you stick it in, you squeeze it down, and you pull it through.
It's okay until it starts getting kind of caught behind it. Sometimes you have to, and then it just rips it in half. I found if it's very thin.
The only problem I've found is it's if I'm going to say the imperial holes, I'm trying to stick metric wire through, or it's the other way around. I've got imperial wire, and I'm trying to stick it through.
No, I think it's metric wire you use in the UK as well, same as us.
It works. It does work.
I'm sure there'll be a modification video coming.
Oh yeah.
No.
Does that count as a wire stripper?
Oh, hold on. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, I have one of those.
I made a similar one for my longer bits of wire.
Right. Do you have to use it behind closed curtains? That's all.
Right.
Top
But
secret.
to be honest, Ian, you have
Well,
already
I
used the limit of wire stripping video for this year.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to make any more stripping videos.
Hang on. I like what he's got in his hand. What is it?
It's a wire stripper.
I've never seen one of them before.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's an
Well,
old
You can
timer.
show it at some point somewhere.
Yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah, Dan, do a video.
Yeah.
It looks like if you look at it the right way, it looks like the tattoo needle.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
And
I can see it.
do a video on it because E-Waste Mike said not enough scrappers are doing wire stripping machine reviews.
You
Yeah.
said that quite
Hey,
often.
Dan, I'll send you $100 not to do a video.
So
Which
Wow.
one works better?
Just
I
look
got one of these that used to hold coaxial cable from when I was the
Yes.
cable guy. So I did the first trick. I put a 4mm hole in there, and then I put one of those black screws that you use for a
drywall
board.
screws.
Drywall, that's the word. And it just goes through there, and then I strip a tiny bit of the end, and then put that in there, and then you put it on the floor, and you stand on it. And if all goes well, hold on.
Right.
If all goes well,
Hold on
Big.
as well.
All I can see now is Ralph
Ron,
falling
you got to go
backwards.
in it. You are not in the shoot.
That doesn't matter. You pull that whole thing through,
So
and then this should open up.
hang on, I've got
It
this
should
video
open up.
of Ralph.
Should open up.
Ralph pulling it in the shed, pulling it off.
Yes, I'm pulling it in the shed.
Ralph pulling his wire in the shed.
All right.
I might have to tighten the screw a tiny bit, but
Yeah.
usually it
There you
strips
go.
like that.
Whoa, the kid.
And this is a short bit. I have some parts that are I don't know 20 meters long, so that will go pretty well.
Hey, fishing.
Yeah, either that or he's polishing his fish.
Bloody hell, you made me and my little knife seem insequential.
Where's the other knife? The one with the little curl on it. Where's that gone?
Tell me, Ben. Oh, I get it.
But believe it or not, that one's actually Canadian made.
You mean not the one I tried to mend and failed?
Yes, that one.
What they call it? This is a leather knife.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry for coughing in
That's
your
a
ear.
single knife.
Right, we call them leather knives. They use them for leather working.
We use them here for cutting singles.
But it works very, very well.
Uh-huh.
Back in a second. I just need to take some cough medicine because I'm about to go into
You
a
better
big
put
cough.
somebody in charge.
Yep. Listen, I also need to take some
No,
cough.
you can't go now till I come back. You have to stay
I
there.
need to take some cough minutes myself.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Here's my cough medicine.
I usually use this.
Carpet knife.
Just have it on the table.
Is yours retractable?
No, this is just it's in there. You have to open the screw and then you take it out and turn it around so you can use the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I use the same myself.
Sometimes they're retractable, Ralph. You push the button and the blade will go back inside.
Ooh, I don't have mine on me. It's left in the
Yeah,
other trousers, but
I use the
there's a
same.
similar one.
Rolf usually uses a pasta maker. Yeah, I have the pasta maker there as well. I'm still working on trying to set that thing up.
Rappels. Show
And this
that.
one actually got the blade on the backside as well. Not that sharp,
Huh?
but still blade to open up the packages and all that stuff. Very useful.
Mm-hmm.
But
Show
you
the
got to
red.
be careful when it's sticking out from your pocket. You can catch it.
Yeah. Actually,
E-Waste, Mike, what do you use for stripping wire?
You ain't got
I
time
use
for
my
that.
wire stripper.
I ain't got time for that. I don't strip wire. I strip myself.
oh God.
Oh God, no!
That's where the real gold is.
Take that.
Wait till Irish watches that.
What did you do now?
No, Ian.
Hang on. Bleach. Bleach.
I
Get me clean eyes out.
I have to jump over to YouTube now and start going backwards to see what he's doing.
Sorry, I'm just
White flash.
He was just,
Oh, he took off his top.
he was just showing us his endless supply of belly button lint.
Yeah, that's what it was. Ian,
Anyway.
is there copper lint in there?
so you've seen a 6-pack. Anyone want to see a 12-pack?
No, God.
I believe that would be a keg.
I was just gonna say that. Looks more like a keg.
Beer barrel.
Oh my God, sweet.
No, my cough medicine.
You know, there's other streams where I wouldn't mind that happening, but this isn't one
Yeah,
of them.
this ain't one of them.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh!
We
When?
don't get enough grannies watching our stream here to make it entertaining for them.
Hey, Cruiser, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
In my live stream, you made the comment that it cost $10,000 for a Snap-on tool chest at one point. Did that include the tools, or was that just the empty chest?
Nope, that was the box.
That was just the box?
That was just a
And
box.
it was this very box right here, Shark.
You spent $10,000 for that?
Just the box.
Holy bajoli.
But look at the size of it. It is huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, but
And look, it's not falling down when he open up all the way.
And then I had to fill it with all these Snap-on tools.
How long ago was that?
I think 2008, 2010, somewhere in there.
You could have bought a shed for 10,000.
But is it? It seems like good.
Inside the shed.
Good made.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have no doubt that it's well made.
This came on a semi with a backlift there. This weighs about 800 pounds, somewhere in that area. So I had to do it on a weekday when my wife wasn't home. So I wheeled it to the back. I had to put plywood down on the lawn to get it into its present location.
Oh yeah, and he said to the wife, "Oh, look what I found outside. Someone left this."
And then,
piece of stuff
but
here."
then the best laid plans. About 10 years later, one of my brothers-in-law, he's a heavy-duty mechanic, and I actually let him in here. I don't know why. Spotted that tool. Hey man, that thing has got to be worth $8,000 or $10,000. Of course, my wife was standing behind him. Ooh.
Busted.
And
she goes, and you told me we had no money to go on holidays that year.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's never got round to telling her about the grinder, have you?
No, well, that never made it home, Ian, so that doesn't exist.
Grinder.
That doesn't exist technically.
Do you remember when Cruiser used to have the boat buying fetish for a while?
Yeah, they're all gone. I have none anymore.
I saw this little sketch on Facebook the other day, and it was a Snap-on van broke down outside of mechanics.
Yeah.
He says, "Can you fix this?" He said, "Yeah, I'll fix it. It'll cost you $50 a week for the next 45 weeks."
Well, that's why Snap-on works so good. Like you've got unlimited credit there. So I just walked in one day and the guy had this in the truck, and yeah, okay, I'll take it. And
10,000.
So of course, I paid for it for 5 years or something.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, their business model is.
But tell me this,
works
Cruiser.
really well.
What makes that worth 10,000 and we'd say another brand for 2,000?
Well, I'll show you. Right here. It says
when you
Snap-on.
pull
It says Snap-on there.
Yeah, but if I took a Snap-on sticker and stuck it on the side of another one the same color, what makes the difference?
No, that you can't do that. There's laws against that.
Yeah, but if I do it in my shed, no one would know.
No, but actually, see this one here, like you just look at how many sockets and stuff are in there, and it's like double roll. It's really well made. So
and it didn't tip over.
No.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you had another toolbox, you'd only have a single rail on it and stuff like that. It's the attention to detail.
Yeah, but
this
again,
one's got a stainless steel top.
If you had another toolbox and you bought it in 2008, it probably wouldn't be there now. It'd be falling to bits. So
yeah.
Proof was in
like you're paying for quality, right?
Yeah.
So can I ask this rather stupid question?
In your dreams, how do?
Rather stupid question. Cruiser Mac.
Yes, sir.
When you want a particular something, so do you pull that drawer open? Are you like me and you get the bolt and you try every one to see which one fits?
Only if it's metric.
I got it opposite.
Standard ones I can spot right away.
Oh,
only if it's that metric shit.
Bitch. Bitch.
It's the opposite here. It's only if it's Imperial we have that issue.
Ian, I got to tell you, I am so envious of these people that they can look at a nut and they can say, "Oh yeah, that's an 8 milli," or a 7/16, or it's like every now and then I get it right, but usually it takes me 3 tries before I get the right size nut or wrench or whatever. So
I feel if I can make me bigger again, I don't mind.
Here we go.
Right, see, I'm going to use this as an example. It came off me beer bottle. See, I buy socket sets that are like $1.99 for a 59-piece set. You see, and then I get a bolt and I think, I don't quite fit. I can squeeze it in at the end, and it works. You're going to have to think about that one.
So they're cheap enough that you can squeeze them into another size.
Correct. You just put them in the squeeze them by the size and they fit.
It's because they're soft.
They're grand.
Magnesium steel.
That was hard work.
Chinesium steel.
Chinesium. I'll tell you what, Ralph, you have made it into the lexicon of the scrapping language.
Yep.
It is everywhere. You know, that guy. We're on the Facebook scrapping face, and it's appearing now on the.
Yeah, they're all talking about Chinesium.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We've even got Mexinesium now.
Mexinesium, yeah.
Yeah, there was some.
Haven't we, Shark?
I've been telling, I've told the folks at the scrap yards that I go to about Chinesium, so now they're even using it.
Yeah, and it all started with Ralph. Ralph was the first person I ever heard saying the word Chinesium.
It is true.
Actually, if you go on Wikipedia or whatever, it shows up too.
I heard it on Reddit years and years ago when someone was describing a metal of inferior quality to call it Chinesium.
Oh, In Your Dreams is in the house. Hello, In Your Dreams.
Yeah, In Your Dreams. I said hi to In Your Dreams there a few minutes ago.
Hi, In Your Dreams.
Actually,
now that I think about it, I bought that toolbox the last time copper prices were really high. And I just happened to have a lot of copper at that time.
Yeah, but Cruiser Mac, if you don't mind me saying, are you a business? Can you offset that against businesses?
Well, at that time I had a little side business, but not that, but the tools I could.
All right. Yeah, I'm always like old school. Hammer, chisel. What else do you need?
But the problem with write-offs is you have to.
Well,
have
if
money
you go
to write
painting
off
like LED paintbrush, it's not a hammer and chisel.
A lot of people will say, "Well, that's a write-off." Sure, but if you're not making any money, then
Exactly.
it doesn't work as well.
And at some point, you really do need to make money because it's one of those things that cracks me up when I hear folks say, "Oh yeah, I've written off so much I don't have to pay any taxes." I'm like, well, that just means you didn't make enough money.
Yeah. And at some point, the government will say, "Well, I don't think this is a business. It seems to be more of a hobby."
I'm looking at 9 people on screen. I'm looking at 9 people on screen, and I'm looking at 4 dicks. And that's the ones that are not making money. Why they're watching this?
Yeah, me, Ian, Dan, and Shark are not doing anything.
Everybody else is making money.
Working away.
Why they're watching?
Yeah, beavering away.
Well, I've got to say, bang to you lot. Hats off to you lot.
Hey, someone got to work when someone else gets rested.
Well, don't forget, like, I'd say this person didn't get out of bed till maybe 1 or 2 today. I'd say this person didn't get out of bed till maybe 12. Am I correct?
No, I was out at 1-ish. No, it was actually 2. It was actually 2. I was out of bed at 2.
So
I was at 1.
I was out of bed at 5:30 this morning.
Why are you pissing? Did you pee?
I had to go to the toilet.
Yeah, the thing is, so when you're used to getting up early during the week,
you don't go to the toilet before you go to bed?
My alarm goes off at 5:30 every morning, so I just wake up at 5:30 naturally now. So
Oh, okay.
And then I make a choice. If I've nothing for doing on a Sunday, I'll just stay in bed. And if I have stuff to do, I'll get up. So I had to get up. I had stuff to do today. So
I have always stuff to do, but I always get up too late.
I would make a little different twist to what you just said, though. I would offer that there are 4 of us on this panel who respect Scrapping Irish enough, and the viewers in the chat, that we are giving them our undivided attention.
Oh, I like that. He's like, the others are so ignorant that they're coming on a live stream just to promote themselves while they do their own thing. I like that as well.
I'm not sure I like that.
And the other side is the Scrapping Irish is so desperate for people to come up on the channel. Brings anyone up.
Why? What other reason would you be up here for? But this guy over here, because comes up to show me all the gold bits and make me jealous of all the gold he just be getting, and that's the only reason he comes up.
I have no one to drink with. I'm kind of solitary drinker, so when I'm here, I feel as though I'm not drinking alone.
Yeah, that you haven't got a problem.
Hey, so I heard
no problem drinking at all.
I heard a really good dad joke this week.
Oh, go on.
And I don't know how well it's going to translate for folks that, English is a second language, so I apologize. But
that's me. I'll listen.
The shortest English sentence is "I am." The longest sentence is "I do."
Oh,
yeah.
I get it.
Oh, wow.
I get it.
Yeah, I was watching Tommy Trailers. His daughter's set up an internet, a YouTube channel called More Firewood, and she come up one day. She was talking about her dad, and her dad does all the work. He's got fucking big logs like this, and he's upping them on. And she went, "So you had an appointment with the chiropractor?" And he says, "When?" She goes, "A week back." I even had to say that was a bad joke.
I see you found another scrapping channel in your video. Scrapping
Scotland. Wow.
Scrapping Scotland,
yeah. He's very prolific, hasn't he? He's just ripped everything I did over 5 years. He ripped through in about 4 weeks.
Yeah, but see, we all kind of do that when we come onto YouTube. First, we do a rake of videos, video nearly every day or whatever, maybe 2 videos a day starting off, and next thing you realize, hold on, if I'm going to be on YouTube for a long time, I better slow this down. That's why Ralph only puts a video out once every 3 months.
Of stuff that happened last year.
But I do like his way of stripping stuff. I found him enjoyable to watch.
Actually, I've been subscribed to him for a while there. I ran across his channel. I didn't know what
he put it up in the video. I never knew he was there. Never came across him and suggested or anything. Because usually YouTube will suggest you'll see something coming up if you're into scrap, and then if you usually find someone new. And
but there's tons of channels you never get right.
It is Scotland. Like, you know what I mean? Scotland is like. It's like
what's wrong with Scottish?
Well, it's like that Uncle Nobed you bring to your wedding. You have to bring them, but
they did build a wall to try and keep the Scots out one time.
I tell you what, all this Scottish independence, they should give us, the England and the Wales, a vote, and Northern Ireland, of course. And they'd be like, "Yeah, okay, you've got it, go."
Despair.
Yeah, you've got it, go. Don't keep going on about it. You've got it, go. I mean, they want Scotland to be independent 98%. Go. It'd be a shame because we'd have to start paying VAT on
whiskey, and you'll have to start paying you'll have to pay more for your gas into Scotland can set the price.
We've now got Welsh whiskey, Devon whiskey. There's a plan here, you know.
Gold fingers.
Gold fingers.
Nuno's Bro came in, and I think I seen someone else. Clark Ness coming in. So, yep, guys, welcome in.
Nuno's Bro.
Irish.
Oh no! Where? Hold on. Where's the big button? Where's the big button? There.
Calling all flat earthers.
Oh, I don't actually.
If you look closer, there's even gold fingers in the back. What peel off from the circuitry?
I don't like how you give that little scoff at the end of the hello. I'd like you to know we've got people all over the globe in our community.
Yeah.
All around.
I actually watched a documentary on Netflix with the flat earthers, and it was hilarious. They were doing the tests to prove that the earth was flat, and the test results came out to prove it wasn't flat, and they were here like, oh,
the 15 degree per hour drift.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
And they're here like, oh, I didn't expect that. Right, we're going to have to do another test because that one doesn't prove my point.
Exactly.
It was awful funny. It's on Netflix. Watch it if you want to laugh.
Hey,
Netflix.
Years ago, Bugs Bunny proved that he threw a baseball, and it came back and it had all the countries on it. He threw it to the east, and it came from the west.
But it was all funny. And there was boards as well with the laser. So he had a board,
Bunny proved it.
and he put another board in the middle, and he put another board further down. So if the earth is flat, when you put the laser, it should hit the board exactly in the same spot every time. But the one in the middle, if it's curved, it should hit it at a different height. And of course, it hit it at a different height.
Of course.
I wonder why.
Because it's flat. Listen,
that's the worst part.
Has anyone watched Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. No, it's flat with an ice wall all the way around it. They didn't make it up. They didn't make it up.
You know, Ian, that's the worst part is that when you see these things and you see these people, whether, you pick whatever venue they're espousing the stupidity, the facts will prove them wrong, but they'll turn around and say, yeah, see, I was right. I'm looking at this stuff going, huh? What
I found weird was
I'm a spaceman. I was so enthralled. I was there. I was 10. I stayed up. My mum let me stay up to watch the space landing.
The
moon landing.
landing.
My dad and I stayed up to watch all of those. Yeah, I know.
So anyway, we've launched Artemis, whatever it is.
Not a problem.
It's 4K resolution of the moon surface. It can spot, that much in a crater. Apart from it went that way over the Apollo moon landings when it was 1,500 miles above because of the orbit, which it couldn't focus to see where it were. We landed. I'm like, yeah, really? You can spot a bug's dick in a crater at one end, but you can't spot that lot at the other end. Sorry. I was just happy my mum let me stay up that night. It was like, but
See, another conspiracy.
Yeah.
Ian, you need to stay off the internet.
Listen, I'm going to put it on the line now. Worldwide, whoever's watching, all 10 people, whoever's watching,
you can't have this.
Okay. When they do get the up and through and they're going to land, they will make the Apollo moon landing area an area of scientific interest. You're not allowed to land within 2,000 miles of it. They will never land in that area and will never show you what was there.
That's nothing like,
what is that? What are we
surprising.
looking at?
What is that, Mike?
A pile of circuit boards.
Whoa.
Looks like circuit boards. Yeah.
Circuit boards.
Guy wants to sell them.
Whoa.
Oh, what you going to offer him? $1?
I've seen about 50 cents.
Okay, I got something interesting.
Each?
Go on.
No, for the whole pile.
Hold on.
There you go. Ribbon wire with the heat pot, silver plated. You see this red dots? I just put silver testing kit on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of heatsink or cooling pad on the ribbon wire.
What did it come out of? What did you take it out of? Laptop, is it? Oh, screen.
No, it's just screen.
Yeah.
All right.
An old Toshiba screen.
So what did the red dot mean?
So
The red dot, it's my acid, test acid. If it turns red, it's mean that silver.
Right.
Nice.
So,
Interesting.
Raphael, going way back, you did a Comcast box, which had lots of little bell-shaped things in, about 10,000 screws.
Yeah.
And the whole plate that everything was screwed to was silver.
Yeah.
Was that silver coloured? Was that anodized aluminium, or was it actually silver plated?
It was plating, just plating, Ian. Some of them was brass, some of them was alu, some of them was even steel, but all of them were silver plated.
So it were silver plated,
Yep.
not just anodized aluminium.
I don't know. No, it was silver plated.
And
It
have you
was
tried
silver
to
surface at all of them.
and did you try to recover the silver off that?
Not yet, because I'm planning to sell those stuff. I find one company was paying about 11,000 euro per ton of that material. So
Whoa.
I've got one.
I think I'm gonna send it to them. Why not? Because that will be, only silver surface. It will be a little bit of silver, but process all that. That's gonna be pain in the butt because there's a lot of waste material in it.
I want to apologize to the guys with the headphones on for me coughing. I do apologize, sorry. But I have a cold.
Don't do it
So I
again.
guess it's gonna be easier to just send it to the company and get some money for it, right?
No.
I
Have you
believe
got a
Mike
ton of
will
them?
say I'm right about it, but Mike is
this,
gone.
What is this money you speak of?
Yeah.
Clear my nose.
Oh, what's Cruiser Matt got?
A copper can.
A copper can.
I ran out
copper
of
can?
buckets. See, I ran out of buckets, so I'm stuffing the wire in here now.
Yeah, why not? It's copper
Yes,
anyway.
is that a
You can
pirate
turn in the
extinguisher?
whole thing.
So it'll be
A copper
number 2
wire.
stuffed with number 2. Copper, that is.
Ian, how is your... Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Oh, lizard.
I was going to say, Ian, how is your fire extinguishers coming on?
We're in a secret spot.
The 500 drop
Oh, yeah.
didn't turn up, fortunately.
I was wondering then because I heard you say something about 500 extinguishers, and I think, holy crap, he doesn't have even space in his driveway to hold all of them. But
Yeah.
then I never saw any video about it, so yeah.
It's one of those things saying, yes, I'll have them. Yes, I'll have them. And then lying awake at night thinking, how far do I have to bring the bins out?
Over to the neighbor's yard.
At the moment, it hasn't happened. And it's like, I want it to happen, but I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
So Ian, I went through that with when I bid on what I thought was a small stack of steel drain culverts. And then when I went out to the laydown yard to look at it, it was a huge freaking mountain of culvert. And I have yet to be able to get a contractor to agree to come load all the stuff up because it's not happening without a crane and some trucks. So I understand where you're coming from there, man.
Yeah, it's like
It's a little bit of a nightmare.
It's like the phone call you said, hey, come and pick this up. I didn't know, no, Friday. I didn't know they've already been to another scrapman who said, nah, it's not worth picking up. And I was like, the second choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
That's when they said, we know a guy.
Yeah,
we know a guy. But you know the guys who picked that up now, Ian? Are they going to have more stuff going forward for you, or was it a once-off?
I'm going to say it's just a once-off, but you try your best. You clean up after you take it. You say thanks. I took a tray of donuts down.
You must have a deal on donuts somewhere, have you?
I've bloody hell. Lidl, they cost me 35 pence each. Can I have 20 donuts? You know, I was like, went in, security guy, opened the door. What can I have a donut? You know, inside, supervisor, here's a tray of donuts, dish them out. I've come to pick this up. Yeah, no problem, we've heard. They were all saying thank you afterwards, and one guy walking past, I said, massive, I mean, 210,000 square foot warehouse. And I'm like, tiny little corner. I said, has anyone got a brush? Guy walking past. And he went, no, I can find you one. And he like disappeared, tiny business like that. And then, I got a piece of cardboard and scraping it all together. 5 minutes later, he come back with a brush. And said like, oh, thank you for the donut. You know, I swept up, kept it clean. We will see if it bears fruition in the future.
But you know, Ian, even if they don't have more stuff for you, when they deal with other people, they're going to say, "Oh man, we know this guy. He's awesome.
Oh,
he'll
take anything.
And he sweeps up after himself."
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just get that name out there. Somebody turned them down because it really was low grade stuff. I mean, I'm still trying to. You've ruined my video for tonight, but I'm still trying to do all the math. You know.
So someone's gonna have to tonight for fall asleep.
No, you won't see it tonight. 20 past 9. Fucking hell. I'm not finished doing the math yet. I'll finish it up tomorrow.
It just like when you do this video, right? And you go, oh, it's not worthwhile. I'm not going to do it. It's all blah blah. Following week, you're still going to be stripping wire.
No. Honestly, I would go back to the beginning of this video. My little sphincter was like that when I pulled up and it was overflowing my car. And they went, oh, we don't want that. I have to scrap yard, like, we don't want that. No, you're all right. He's like, I'm like, what am I going to do with all this?
You were looking for a skip somewhere to throw it into on your way home.
I was on the verge of saying, well, will you take a free tip? You know, will you take it? Just take it. Yeah, but fortunately, they saw some value in it. You know, only because it was mixed. If it was all the black stuff, honestly, they was umming and ahhing, and they were going like, you don't do it. You know, and I'm like, I don't know which way it's going to go. I've got scrap. I had Scouse Jed saying to me, just ask me, they'll take ironing for it. You know, just offload it.
That was like when I got all the lights that time, and I thought, oh, this is great. I'm going to have all these copper ballasts in here. And it was all the electronic ones. It was like disappointing.
Oh, they're terrible, aren't they? The electronic ones, nothing in them.
Well, there's always something. There's a bit of copper, and there might be a relay, but you don't go after the relays for the silver. I do, you see. So there's always something, you know.
That's the problem with the LED lights. Now the only thing of value is the enclosure. So this one's all aluminum. So the only, like the cast aluminum will be the biggest value in this thing.
Hold on. Should I get you make it bigger there?
It's heavy, Irish. It's heavy.
Hold it up to the camera. We can't see it.
No.
Yeah. Hold it up above your head there. So
I fall for that one every time. But
No, never mind that. Plug it in. I don't care. Plug it in and see what happens.
No, it came down for that reason.
Ian, do you still have that big heavy voice for one of your subscribers that was looking for it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, show us it. Give us a look at it.
Yeah. Hold it up.
Listen, up here for dancing. Down here for thinking.
Do you often find that people tell you to keep something for them, but they don't turn up for whatever? Like,
oh yeah, yeah. If you ever run across one of those,
my shed is full of stuff like that.
Yeah. I said keep any gold stuff for me. These 3 bin bags or bulk bags ready now.
Hey, Irish, Ian's problem is that he says to himself, "Oh, if you ever find that, keep it for me."
Well, I remember the epiphany he had before Christmas that he was just going to collect nothing else, going to take nothing else in and clear what he had. Do you remember that epiphany?
Exactly. What happened to that epiphany?
Short-lived.
It's with a small E. No, I'm still at it. I am still getting rid of stuff. I have had a long time, but more stuff that's coming in that should be going out.
I've stopped taking stuff other than the stuff that I get through work.
Yeah, it's like
I'm making quite a bit of progress.
10 eyeballs. How could you turn 10 eyeballs down?
Down.
You know.
Well, it's like that comment I made on your video where you said, "Oh, I'll keep this. Looks like I could use this in my robot build." I said, if you keep any more stuff, that robot's going to be 7 foot tall.
Megalodon.
7 foot tall and 5 feet long.
He just keep anything he sees. Oh, this will work in my robot build. He just doesn't want to throw anything away. He just wants to cash anything in. He just wants an excuse to keep it all the time.
As we talk about those robot thing, you can make the whole robot out of those blind springs.
Does anyone have a video on scrapping an old supercomputer? I never got a supercomputer. Did you ever get a
old
supercomputer?
like from the movies?
I'd say the supercomputers were the ones they had in the 70s and the
old IBMs.
Yeah.
I actually saw something close to that came up on an auction site, and I put a bid on it. So we'll see. There's still another 4 days left on the bid. Nobody's outbid me yet. So
that could be interesting.
Where is it? Get the link.
I did watch a video of a guy who bid on an auction and bought one and decided to put it in his basement and get it working. And it turned out to be his basement was like 8 foot tall and the computer was 10 foot tall, and he went through the whole rigmarole of digging out the basement to make it deeper, and his dad and eventually he did actually get it up and running, you know, and he got in contact with IBM and they give him loads of help and everything.
And what's he doing with it now?
It was something like an IBM 400 hertz PC with 20.
He's now playing Pac-Man on it.
Memory.
Exactly.
I'd like to get some old military stuff from the 80s.
Hey, Jimmy C.
Some of them old military radios and radar system stuff. I'd love to get hold of some of that stuff. I'd say there's some very interesting components in it.
Yeah, you have to go to the Ukraine for that, Irish.
Well, they retired the Hubble Space Telescope. Let's scrap that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I would like to put my hand on it.
So there you go. If I opened something like a box and it was full of just gold-coloured circuitry board, it'd be like, oh, that's going in that stack next. I nearly said next door, but one. Secret location.
In that next secret location.
The next secret location is.
Yeah, it's such a long drive and everything to it.
Thank you, Missy. A quantum leap to get back. You know what I mean?
I had to be blindfolded.
I used to love that show, Quantum Leap.
And everything. Now the journey took ages, but the car didn't feel like it was going anywhere.
So anyway,
have ever of you guys reused those little fluorescent tubes from the monitors and scanners?
No.
Nope.
I do.
I got it like a keyboard light at some point.
Yeah, I've got loads of them over the top of my fluorescent. One day I'll connect 240 volts to them and see what happens.
Yeah,
nothing.
That'll be it. Just go beep, and that'll be it.
Well, did I tell you the shit I gave myself the other day? No, I probably didn't. Right, so I was at work and they'd thrown a toaster in the skip. Nobody keeps toasters. I don't even keep toasters. Nobody scraps. toasters. Well, I
You just
don't.
snip the cord.
Well, I didn't have my skips on me. So, the metal skip, I hold the wire over the end of the skip, piece of angle iron out the skip, bash it off. Bash it off. No problem. Bit of black cable, black plug. Come home that night, rolled it up, throw it on the table. Come the weekend, I've got a George Foreman grill over there where I do some sausage, bake, whatever. I thought, well, I'll cook this. So, black plug. I know it's a black plug to me, George Foreman.
No, I know what you've done.
I picked up the black plug that I just rolled up and just thrown there. So 240 volts, straight into something that's just been smashed off the end. There was the biggest bluish spark you've ever seen. I shit my pants. I thought, oh my God, I weren't worried about the sparks or electrocuting myself, but I thought, I'm not going to be able to cook my sausages.
At least you can scrap the grill.
I thought I'd broke the grill. And I thought, oh my God, what's happened here? Whoa, what happened? So I plugged it and I pulled it and I've got this frayed end and I'm like, why is that not connected to me, George Foreman?
Oh my God, Ian. Ian, are you still collecting the fuses, yeah?
Depends. If I say yeah, I don't want to know a load more sent to me. I collect everything.
Where are the...
Anyway, listen, it's 9:30.
So fuses like what's in there? Them type fuses?
Plugs.
The 13 amp fuses, no?
Make it big.
Just 13 amp fuses.
Look at mine. That's the fuses.
That's the fuses. They're proper fuses that Mike has.
I'm throwing them in the shred.
Oh,
There
I'm
you
not
go.
looking for it.
Three of them.
I'm not looking for it. I've got one bigger than Raphael.
Oh God, here we go with what's bigger. Let's start measuring our fuses.
Who's made it beyond straight away? Oh, here they
No,
go.
Ian, he doesn't have bigger than I do.
That's not a fuse. This is a fuse.
Well, it's big, and I've had no complaints. But I can't. I've got to
But
go.
when's the last time you plugged it in?
Now, who's last time you used it?
Choke, you bastard, choke.
I'm dying.
I've enjoyed tonight. I think it's been fun.
How did that happen? I cut through a live wire one. Do you remember when what was it?
Oh my!
Bobby Scrap Picker cut through the live wire one time on a. He was doing
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Yeah,
yeah. I wonder how he's getting on it.
while it was plugged in. Yeah.
Bobby.
I said Merry Christmas to him.
He's been very quiet.
Back saying Merry Christmas, hope you're well. Nothing other than that. Well, no, there was a tiny little thing, and he sent me a little video clip saying, I have been filming, and he showed me a little video clip, but never posted it.
Yeah. Oh, he might make it come back again onto the
Actually,
YouTube
Ian,
board.
how many times did you cut through the live wire? Accidentally or by?
Well, I'd say the grinders cut through a lot of live wires, I'd say, on them.
The big ones that hang above the trains. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, right?
Once.
Yeah, for sure.
Once at a time.
Yeah, I've heard that every time you cut through some live wire, you lose a bit of her.
Well,
Okay.
Been at it for a while, have you?
No, just saying there.
I still got plenty.
I think every scrapper has cut through a bit of live wire at some stage. What is
I5
55050.
10500. That is a nice one.
10500.
That's a 10th generation. That's very nice.
I might keep that one.
Yeah.
and you get the same price for that one as you would the older version of it?
No.
So next video gonna be E-Waste Mike building PCs.
Simon KH in comment saying that he's got some Soviet era electronic waste and he'd love to do a video on it. And that's what we all want. We all want to see
stuff
something.
You don't see every day.
Well, you do know that Simon is in. I think Simon is in the Ukraine.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
I didn't realize. So Simon's from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Well, then that's not fair. His scrap is already getting pre-broken down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Ukrainians are smashing plenty of Russian stuff for him. There's going to be plenty of Russian tanks for him to take apart soon.
It is quite interesting because in the Iraq-Afghanistan war, there was plenty of stuff broken up. They couldn't do much with it because it was hit by the A-10 with uranium.
Depleted uranium.
So it made it radioactive. So couldn't really do a lot with it.
So you asked a question there a couple weeks ago. Why don't they put little nuclear plants in cars like they do in submarines? Didn't you, to run the cars?
Well, I'm saying if they can put nuclear plants in ships and submarines are not that big, really, are they? Why can't
have you not seen the way people drive? Imagine having a car nuclear powered and a buck driving up the arse of it. Imagine the explosion that'd make.
No, what I said was, why can't they put them in cities?
Yep.
Right, okay.
If they're big enough to put in if they're small enough to put in a submarine, why can't they make them put in every city, in every town?
So, in other words, put a submarine in a basement of a building.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, you can power that building for quite some time.
Well,
one building in the city will be good enough. It will be like well secured. Why not? That will be supply of electricity for the whole city, right?
No,
but I do not see the idea to put them into the cars because imagine how many accidents is daily, and just boom, boom. Even though that would be like micro explosions, but still, after a few weeks, the whole country will be like desert.
Ian, they don't put nuclear power plants on city grids because it's not efficient. When you can run many cities off of a standard nuclear power plant, you build one plant and then you run multiple states off of that one plant. So it's just a question of efficiency because they're very expensive to build and run and decommission. So you just make them big enough you can run a very large area.
And actually, that's what's ruining our society. Expensive. Everything here is expensive. Who invented the money? Come on, everything should be free.
Yeah. The ad I like at the moment is there's an ad and the guy goes, "Who invented time and how do you know what time of day it was?" Like how do you know it was 2 o'clock in the day?
There are some theory about that.
No, but that's an ad. There's an ad running on TV for something, and that's one of the things the man says. He goes, "Who invented time, and how do you know it was 2 o'clock in the day?"
And who decided that turning a screw counterclockwise should drive it down? I mean, clockwise should drive it down, and counterclockwise should back it back out again.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me, I guess.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Yeah, who decided that?
My propane tank tightens on the left.
Well,
that's
propane things to have a left.
Same here. Gas is always reverse thread here.
Yeah, they do that reverse. Yeah.
Yeah, reverse.
And some vehicles have wheel nuts with the reverse thread, so it doesn't.
Yeah, some hideous cars you've got right-hand thread on one side and left-hand side.
I could beat you all on that one. Whoever decided to only put one 10mm socket in a socket set.
Yeah,
I've never lost any.
Yeah.
I once saw a sign that.
I got a question for you. Who was
It's a
the
myth.
first one that decided to put his head underneath the back of a cow and say, "Damn, that milk tastes good"?
So,
And now we're all drinking it.
somebody desperately thirsty.
Probably.
So, Ian, you know, they did
Could have been worse.
experiment with a
Could have been the
nuclear
bull.
powered airplane, right?
No.
Yeah, the United States during the Cold War designed an airplane that had a small nuclear power plant in it. They did some test flights with it and then decided, yeah, this is just too much of a risk. We're not going to go down this road. But so there was some thoughts in that direction.
So was
I
that
think the Russians were working on one too.
steam powered? Because basically nuclear plants are just steam engines,
Hmm.
really? Steam turbines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. That's what
It's interesting to see that the development in fusion, they've actually got more power out than they put in. All right, on a very minuscule scale.
Yeah. But if it develops the way it's going, that's the way we'll be all heading eventually. But again, they'll find a way, even though when they get it to an economical way that they're able to get so much out or whatever, what are they going to do then to get their money? What are they going to do to get their money back?
They'll tax us more for clean energy.
Yeah.
He's like, this is clean energy, so you have to pay more for it.
Yeah, but it's like here in Ireland, there's an electric company that's completely ran by all their thing is all our electricity is clean energy. We source our electricity from wind turbines and sea turbines and whatever. But when gas prices went up, electricity still went up.
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
Yeah, explain that one. You know, if you're sourcing electricity from wind already, so why is it going up in price now?
But you had to power that fan that made that wind to produce the wind power.
Right.
That's what I
Not enough people with a lot of hot air.
100% energy. The Fitbit company that only uses green energy is putting the prices up because of gas prices going up. You're here like, but you're green energy. You're not gas reliant.
I like what Jimmy C has put in comment
What do you
when
think?
they were doing threads. So they did it to the right, so they know that was the right way.
No.
Yeah, why do people in England drive on the wrong side? Because it's not the right side.
I
You
know.
just started it again, Ralph. You just started it all.
Listen.
Speaking of which, I once saw a sign that said consequences. Worst invention ever.
Oh, worst invention ever. Let me have a think about that.
And so why do we associate the word right with correct?
Worst invention.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you sort of say it right? Oh, there's another CPU. What's he
Because
got out
most
of that?
people are right-handed, I guess.
Back in the day, if you were left-handed in school, they betted
You'd
out
get
you.
a beating.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think they
yeah.
told
You're
you to
meant
death
to
if you were
do everything in
left-handed.
right-handed. You had to change and learn to write by your right hand.
They did that to my dad. They tied his hand behind his back at school and made him write with his right hand. And his handwriting is just absolutely terrible. I mean, it's worse than a doctor's handwriting.
You know, it's just, when you
Yeah, I
think
got
about
that
it,
with
all
my
the
right
stuff we
hand.
got away with back in the day. you
Right.
know?
I think I might have it. Worst invention ever. Aluminium coated copper wire.
Aluminium coated.
No,
What?
because they're still
Okay.
Copper
copper.
coated aluminium, you mean?
All right, Chinesium. That's the worst invention.
Worst
Yeah,
ever.
copper coated aluminium wire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like copper wire that has an aluminium sheath around it with an almost impenetrable plastic coating on it that's almost impossible to strip. But I'll go with Chinesium. Worst invention ever.
Horrible.
Yeah.
There's nothing like spending ages stripping something and then you cut into it and it's aluminium and you
Kevin has just given us another dad joke.
So don't waste your time with it, Ian. Just chuck it in with the motors or your shred pile and be done with it.
have we all had that?
Marker
About
rollers.
the
Remarkable.
worst inventions. It was actually similar to it. Some time ago, I did have a dream about getting myself some kind of application for my phone, what is called Snooze Killer. So that means I cannot snooze my wake up alarm, and I will have no problem with standing up because I'm not gonna hit the snooze all over and over. And imagine what happened that morning.
You were late.
I was very late.
Uh,
I woke up about 2 hours after I hitting snooze. But in my head, I was pretty happy because I was pretty sure I got those snooze killer up and I'm gonna be up on the right time.
So, how do you all want to make some free money? Not a lot, and I'm probably talking. It's £2 English a day. So Americans, yeah,
$2.20.
okay. Canadians almost $380 maybe a day for free. Right. So there's a game out, and it's a health game, and it's basically you play this game as you're running, as you're walking, as you're moving, and you're playing this game on your phone. And there's ads in the background, but as long as you're moving, they're paying you money, and it works out. You get £2 a day.
And do you get actual physical money, or is it?
You don't have to earn £2,000 before you can cash out.
No, but can you cash it out as in cash into your bank account, or is it cash out as vouchers?
You can't. There's only one tiny little thing.
You say £2 daily, right? So that's gonna be like 1,000 days, 3 years.
Well, if you get £2 a day, 30 days, £60 a week, £60 a month, £60 a month, £60 a month times 10, £600.
720 quid a year.
So you get a bunch of phones, you strap them to something that keeps moving around.
Right.
Make sure they get charged with the dynamo, solar power on it.
I think I saw a video at the YouTube and someone just put this little thing at the top working as a dog walker.
There's a little catch, isn't there?
Right. What's the catch?
It needs some interaction every so many minutes.
Oh, you have to click the thing, yeah.
So what you need, like what Raphael's just said, is some sort of screen auto clicker. So you put your phone, it's free. I'll send it to anybody. My daughter, she's already earned £11, and it's just like.
And what's the name of this app?
I'll get my daughter to give it to me. It's like I don't move around so much. I get to work, I walk out the car, 20 yards, sit at my desk. I'm there 8 hours. Get out the car, get out the chair, walk 20 yards back to my car, drive home. I don't really get a chance to earn much on it. I was thinking, like,
I downloaded one and it was called Sweat Coins. And I have 275 quid on it now.
And
I have 275. See it up in the corner? Hold on, let me make it bigger. So it's probably the same type of app as what you have on about.
You know, what sort of scrapper
If you look up in the corner, see my balance, 270 something. Up here.
I have something that mines cryptocurrency on my phone that I have to tap every 24 hours.
But that one is only vouchers. It's not actual money, so you can use vouchers off stuff. It's not going to give you physical money.
Yeah, but you think about somebody who's going on a long journey, 7-hour drive to, Cornwall.
Hey, Michael Clinton.
Pick it up, stick it on. Like you get there, you've earned £2, haven't you?
I don't ever.
I know it's not a lot, but it's like every little else. Christ, what do I do here if I earn £2? I'll strip about 400 feet of coax.
Will you stop? You earn £2 as soon as you're there and you turn on YouTube and put a video up. You've earned boom.
Only if people watch it.
You get 20 people. How many people have watched your video today already? Let me have a look. Let's see.
I was checking out that morning my stats because I was smoking cigarettes, and it turned out I earned on this month like whole 10 kroner.
Woo!
Well, 10 crowns more than you had before you done it.
I have to tell you,
like 2 cans of beer. Awesome.
You know,
Like
scrap
you already have 822 people viewed your
You
video
know,
today.
I have to tell you, I was videoing this today.
There you go, Cole.
And when I finished, I thought, oh, this will be like a 18-minute video. And when I finished it yesterday, it was 41 minutes. I'm like, how the hell is that 41 minutes? And I had to go back to make sure that I hadn't duplicated sections.
Oh, it's not like
you used to,
you
yeah.
would never put in two scenes the same one after another. Would you?
And I'm like, Ian, your old gas bag. You know, how have you gone on for 41 minutes?
And when you see, you started talking about your friend Albert.
I think
So
you're
that's
drinking
where-
my
that's
morning
where you got
coffee.
Distracted, you see.
So
And
I
then
went
the video comes in, and then say, okay, let's click it. I click it and just have something on the other screen, and this was running in the background. And certainly after about half hour, I was realized, hey, hold on, what are you doing still here? That's supposed to be gone far away.
And I'm like,
I didn't watch it in full.
I had to put a poll up. I had to put a poll up, like, you know, what do I do with this? But 84% of the 34 people that applied said, yeah, put it up. We can always skip through it.
You know, I don't mind that.
But again, this comes down to: are you doing YouTube for yourself, or are you doing it for other people?
I'm not doing it for the money. Put it that way.
Yeah, well, there you go. So it's think about this, Ian. I don't know exactly your age, but the chances are you're going to be dead in 40 years' time. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I'm 64. I could live to 104.
Yeah, but the average person in England lives to be 80 something. Okay, so chances are you're gone. But imagine in 40 years' time there could be people still watching you, and you're dead, brown bread under the ground, and they're thinking, "This is how people used to be back in the day." They'd be telling their kids.
I'm not too
How
sure.
people actually live. I do think that if an account is inactive in a long time, everything gets deleted.
I know, but I think if people are still watching videos, YouTube is not going to delete a revenue source for advertising, are they?
You got the Google thingy what regulate that stuff, and you got to fill up some kind of form what you decide.
Oh yeah, the new terms and conditions.
Shut down and delete it.
Yes,
yeah, I've already done that. You know, a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, my daughter said to me, "What's this? You've named me as a legacy YouTube dependent." I said, "Well, when I kick the bucket, you know," I said, "you get all the revenue." So that's okay then.
But you'll have to have security passwords and stuff as well, because you know how YouTube update their terms and conditions every year, and if you don't sign into the new terms and conditions, that means your channel then gets
demonetized.
Yeah. Okay, but you said something about when you're brown bread, dead, buried. No, I'm going to be burnt, put into ashes, sent up and scattered over the disc.
I knew we'd have to go into it. Anyhow, it's gone. It's 3 minutes before I finish, so I'm going to ask everyone what their plan for the week is.
Jesus.
So, Mr. Matthews, what's your plan for the week?
Well, my plan is I was going to finish my math and do my video. Well, that's bollocks then, because I've been on here chatting for the last 2 hours.
Well, so tomorrow at some stage we will see a video more than likely.
Yeah, tomorrow evening. It's going to be like this guy here. How he proves it's just not worth doing. You know, just basically it's like I've got 40 kilogram of wire. If I strip it, if I weigh it in as it is, I get 44 quid, right? Now, if I strip it, I end up with £43.42. So I lose 50 pence for stripping it. So it's like that is the ultimate math.
Now, but hold on here a second, Ian. I've seen your maths before, and the figures don't add up sometimes. So
Somewhat suspect.
Maybe just go over your figures one more time before you finish the video.
It depends how much of this Tamavulin I've had.
I've seen your maths on the back of an envelope, and sometimes they're not the best.
Just saying.
Yes.
So double check your math before you put the video on.
Wrong point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll watch the video and we'll see if your maths is right or wrong. But think of all the enjoyment you're getting out of stripping that wire that you wouldn't get not doing it. He didn't answer.
I've never done drugs, so I'm trying to put me in. I'm trying to put me in the mind of a junkie looking at a pile of cocaine. You know.
Well, I think that's what we're like. I think we are junkies, as in when you like with me with the gold. I'm as I say, you see the video where I paid whatever for the E-Waste Mike always has to give me what I bought off eBay, and the chances of me ever making money out of that are pretty slim. Now, as gold prices go up, if gold prices keep rising, then I will make money because the gold is going up in value as time goes on. But if I was selling it straight away, no, I wouldn't. But it's the enjoyment, it's the thrill of it, it's the fact that you can do it yourself and stuff like that. I think for me, it's like a drug. I just have to be doing it. You know.
Did you mention micro scrapping then, by any chance?
Oh, well, I came close to it.
He's not on the screen. He's not on the screen. He walks away.
I was going to say e-waste micro scrapping.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Mike.
Something wrong with your finger there, Mike.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Mike because that's my sellotape, and he's got like a whoosh. And I like pick it until I find the end. You know.
It's the high.
That's the difference between a professional and a.
Maybe that's what it is. It's the high of inhaling all the chemicals. Maybe that's it. Anyhow, Shark Scrapper, what's your plan for the week?
I was planning on walking to the edge of the flat plane of Earth and tipping over the side to start digging out some of the metal that's
you will only see the ice wall.
Yeah.
Well, besides that, what's your plan for YouTube?
So we will. I've got a couple of cool videos that I'm editing right now on some things that happened this last week. So I'm not sure which one's going to end up going up Monday. And then we might have a street scrapping video this week. Okay. And then, of course, the Patreon folks will get their video on Wednesday. And I'm moving my videos to Fridays now. So my Thursday video is actually coming out on Fridays now. So we'll just be doing those on Friday from now on. And then it's just a busy week of scrapping and picking stuff up and recording videos and such.
Okay. And are you doing anything next Sunday?
Yes, and we will be doing our live. I keep forgetting about talking about the live streams. Yeah, so we'll be doing the live stream every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is what time GMT, Irish?
7 p.m.
There you go.
Sharky, little advice. Mark with the numbers your stream. That's going to help you out at some point.
Why?
You never mark your streams, and you will find out at some point.
Well, why? Because I know for you it's different because you do a scrapping beforehand. So if you ever want to find where you scrap something out, it's handy to know what you scrapped out on what video. But if you're just doing it live, I don't see the point of doing it because why?
Come on, Irish, you never see the point of what I said.
No. I do see the point. I see the point. As I said, I see the point when you do because you do scrap out before you show people scrapping stuff out. So if you ever want to find that video and put it into a scrap out video to put up at some other later stage, it's there. It's easy to find. I see why you do it. No problem. But I'm saying I'm never going to go back really looking at it live again to find out how many lives.
Going back and looking at lives.
Fun to see the round numbers at some point.
Some of them I delete.
Just
going to make you feel better.
So Rafael, so I can keep track of how many live streams I've done, is what you're saying.
For example, that's the one reason.
Yeah.
Doesn't YouTube not have a when you go under live on YouTube, does not tell you how many you've done?
That doesn't count.
In your studio,
when your viewers see live stream number, let's say 100 or something, then they think straight away, "Holy crap! This guy make 100 live stream. That must be something in it."
This guy's serious.
Okay.
But that means I have to wait. That means I have to wait until I have 100 because otherwise, what they're going to say is, what, Shark Scrapper? You only got 8 live streams? Man, Raphael, he's got hundreds of live streams, man.
Yeah.
Come on, you're gonna get there. Don't worry.
I disagree. I've done a lot of live streams, but I've probably only made 4 public afterwards.
I think there's a question there for Shark. Earl is asking. I think he's asking to explain Patreon to him. What's the Patreon about?
Oh, so I have Patreon is a membership thing where you can join, become a patron of my Patreon page. You just go to patreon.com/Shark Scrapper, and there's 3 levels that you can join. You get every Wednesday, you get your own video. And then if you're at the upper 2 tiers, you'll get to submit and vote on names for the shark that we eventually adopt. And the uppermost tier gets a quarterly surprise package. So it's just a way for me to, give a little back to folks that really enjoy watching the videos.
Yeah, so they get an extra video that no one else gets to see.
Yep. And then, and I put a portion of all those proceeds towards the Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's what the Patreon is.
Hey, Sharky, I do watch your video, almost every video straight away when it's come out. Where is my reward?
My eternal, undying gratitude.
Gratitude, yes.
Hey, nice. Welcome in.
You come out with it's quite good.
What's the plan for your week?
Well, first I got to fill this up first. Then I'm kind of debating. I might, if the weather window is good, I might run down to the coast. So I have a strategic reserve too of copper, so I could take out about 600 pounds, average price of $5. So that'd be
nice.
like $3,000. So.
Yeah.
So I might do that. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how earlier in the week goes. But the guy that owns the company is away next week, so that's a good opportunity. So there's that benefit too. I won't be missed. I'm not usually missed anyways. But.
And have you any videos planned for YouTube or anything?
Yeah, I've got one video I did this morning there when I got up. So just edit it, and if there's anything left, I might put that one up.
Okay, cool enough. Raphael Scrapper, what's your plan for the week?
As usual, I'm gonna come out with one video at Tuesday and maybe a little short at Thursday
It's in
and
there.
Saturday stream. That's my plan.
Okay. That's
Come on, you're boring me. Finish.
Shut up, you clown. TNT Scrapper, what is your plan for the week?
I don't know. It depends on what happens tomorrow. I'm going to get my back stretched.
Stretched?
Yep.
From the rack.
So you still have trouble there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on. I thought you was going to do that about a week back.
I did. I went in for
you didn't get it. You didn't get it, Dan. It went over your head. Week back.
Okay.
Week back.
We're hoping this guy can actually do something for me.
That'd be
You
good.
didn't get it. Over his head.
So you haven't been doing much scrapping then?
Nope.
No.
No,
And
but I also moved my shop. So
Have you any snow up there at the moment, Dan? No? Any snow? Oh, yes.
just a little dusting.
You call that snow? We had nearly 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, we had all of 3 millimeters of snow.
And it shut Manchester Airport.
That is an inch, Ian.
And I'm like, 1/8 of an inch. One guy wrote, he said, I've seen sicker Rizzler packets. He says, you've shut Manchester Airport because of 1/8 of an inch of snow. But they did say it was the wrong type of snow.
Ah.
How you divide the snow for the different types?
Well, we get it all the time
It's
on the
easy to
railways. Like, it's the wrong type of leaves on the line to make the wheels skid. Some don't.
So they need to cut them trees down so they put the right trees there that have the right type of leaves.
Get the right leaves.
Yeah.
There was one commentary at some point when the tram fall out from the rails at my homeland, and suddenly the lady with the news come out to the camera and begin to speak like, "Oh, that's the reason because of that tram fall out from the rails. It was the rail was bad, and then was the rail was bad."
Jesus, well, I thought I was on one of them do-what movies then.
Exactly like that.
Anyhow, I'm going to ask you, Desert Scrapper. Desert Scrapper, do you want to tell us anything, or do you want us to move on? Okay, moving on. Ralph,
Bigger than I can go.
shut up. Ralph, what's your plan?
Actually, today the garage is no longer used for storage. So in the coming week and next weekend, I might actually be able to do some stuff there again.
Okay,
Not sure if I
right.
will have anything on video, but I will be able to get some more stuff done. So,
Okay. Mike?
other than that, just working.
Sorry, I thought you were finished. Mike, what's your plan? Because I have to hurry up. Ian is getting up.
And
But wait, there's more.
I've ordered parts for a new computer, which might come in the coming week.
Okay, are you finished?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, Mike, what's your story?
Here, make me bigger, man. I'm gonna show you something real quick.
I'll stay. I promise I'll stay.
Quiet. Look, shut up, Ian. This is the box that's going to the refiner. Okay. Look. Here's how we had that box. Look at that.
Did you put layer under first?
Listen, shut up. This is the refiner's box. Okay. Now, this is the board sword box. We use diapers. to pad this box.
Oh my God.
Well done.
Chris,
Oh,
watching this.
Jesus.
That is recycled, peeps.
No,
that is
no,
recycled.
I see what's happening here. Boards are paid by weight, so he will then pee on them door. Okay? Increasing the weight.
Look at that. See that?
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, Mike.
Therefore,
That's how you do that.
Anyhow, what's your plan
Other
for the
than
week?
that, I have no idea what I'm doing. To be honest.
You're
with
genius, Mike.
Okay, Pop Scrap, welcome in. We're just about to finish up. What's your story?
Right, I've run out of content, so at this moment in time, I've got nothing.
Okay, that's it.
Well-
Nothing from Practice.
sometimes nothing is good.
Right, well, I'm about to finish up. So, Thursday video, Sunday next week, live after Shark Rapper. So, check out Sharks Live first, head over to me then. As usual, Ralph, finish up.
Finish it off.
Scrap you all later.
you. Later,
Bye bye, everyone. Thanks for being in. And